editor here. I just wanted to say that me and Puggo have a new channel, and enjoy the video.
Hey guys, Puggo's Pizzeria here, back with another video. Whoa, look at this funky fresh editing. This is so epic and cool. So cool. You should subscribe. If you're already subscribed, then you're the coolest person ever. I love you. I'm sorry I have not uploaded in a long time. I've been working on a new channel. You either heard more about that at the beginning of the video, whatever. That's not the main reason you clicked on this video. You clicked on this video for a full review of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and the future of Five Nights at Freddy's, so I'm here to deliver that for you. But I do want to apologize for being gone for so long. So basically, Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach came out, and I have to be honest, before the game came out, I was not really excited for it. I was losing interest in Fnaf, losing motivation on uploading, was not very excited, and I was thinking after the game came out, it would be a very mediocre game, and I would not like Five Nights at Freddy's anymore. My Five Nights at Freddy's phase would be done after like 7-8 long years. It's been a good run, and I wouldn't like Five Nights at Freddy's anymore, and I thought the game would be very mediocre. It was overhyped, it took way too long to come out, and I have to be 100% honest, this game completely resparked my Five Nights at Freddy's phase, and I completely love Five Nights at Freddy's again. So, of course, the game is not perfect. No game is perfect. This game definitely has its flaws, and I'll talk about that later. But this game, when it came out, I loved it. I loved so much of it. It was such a charming game. I bought it the second it came out. Leave! I'm recording! The game was so interesting and full of life. It was such a amazingly made game. It blew my expectations out of the water. So many things I predicted just weren't in the game. It was such a good game. So let's get into the full story of it. I'll try and make it fast because most of you guys know it. But basically, we play as Gregory, who's about a 10-year-old kind of bratty child who gets stuck in Glamrock Freddy after I'm pretty sure he passes out on stage for some reason. The reason isn't fully known yet, but we crawl inside his stomach hatch to hide in there, and then we get stuck in the place overnight, and whoa, big surprise, the place closes as we try to escape, and we have to stay there till 6 a.m. What a crazy, wacky idea for a FNAF game. We have to stay in a pizzeria till 6 a.m. That's crazy. But it is only one night, which was something not many of us predicted, but it was really nice how basically each hour of the game showed it was like it's each own night. Each hour is meant to be completely different from the other, and I think that worked really well. I could never really tell what hour it actually was, but it still worked really well in my opinion. So after the place closes, you and Glamrock Freddy both keep trying to figure out different ways to get out of the Pizzaplex. First, you have to get a party pass, and you go up, and then you have to get some pass. You put it in some machine, then you have to, and it's bad. And the animatronics follow you around. They're constantly chasing you. Definitely the most aggressive animatronic is Chica. She is almost always there somewhere chasing and attacking you. So you sort of like run through these parts until you get to sort of like this main entrance. You also go through these vents, and you get a nice in-depth look at each character. Each character has a very nice personality. They never really did that in other FNAF games. No characters really had personalities, but these characters have great personalities. So you sort of go through, and you have to get some passes, and it's stuck or something, and then you get that, and I'm just kind of speeding through the story because most of you guys already know it. So you get that, and it's like, it's the wrong pass. Easily my favorite part, or maybe second favorite part, the daycare. Everyone loves the daycare. I love the daycare. You love the daycare. We all love the daycare. The music is beautiful. I love the music in the daycare. Going down the slide, the graphics from the first trailer where they showed the daycare, I gotta be honest, it looked atrocious. It looked disgusting. I hated it. It looked so low poly. It looks like a Roblox game. But now seeing the daycare when you're actually there in game, it looks so good, so crispy. The voice lines that they gave for Sun and Moon, those are their canon names. Very bland names, but the voices they gave for them from Kel and Goff are so good. The cutscene where he transforms when the lights turn out, when he transforms from sun to moon, it's so good. That part was genuinely terrifying. I have a really hard time being scared of just normal computer games, but that generator part scared me so much because I had to go through it so many times, and the way he crawled through the place, it was very scary. The AI was definitely buggy, and I'll talk about that after, but it was so good. Then after that, you just sort of roam around, and Fanny's there. Another very big disappointment with the game is Fanny, and again, I'll talk about that later. But Fanny's there, and then you sort of go out and you go to the other levels, and the Pizzaplex is huge. It's honestly very confusing. You go and you do some more things, like, oh, you have to get this, and then you do it, and you go, like, oh, go find this entrance, Gregory, and you do all this, and go find it, and Glamrock Freddy's like, oh, sucks to suck, eat my nuts, that entrance is broken. And then he goes, oh, Gregory, go to this entrance, and then you do all that for another hour, and he goes, oh, sucks to suck, eat my nuts, that entrance doesn't work. And you basically keep doing that. It gets pretty annoying. One part that I especially hated was the endoskeleton, like, weeping angel part, where basically you have to go through this long corridor of these endoskeletons that don't move if you look at them, but when you're not looking at them and you turn your back, they chase you very fast. It was extremely annoying, and I had a very hard time beating it. I honestly could not do it. There were some parts that were kind of iffy. The game is extremely easy to glitch and bug, so I accidentally glitched myself to the end. I did not even mean to. I was like halfway done with the game. I was in the Roxanne Raceway part, and I glitched myself all the way to the secret ending. I have no idea how I did that, but I guess I did. So that's kind of the full story, and then there's many different endings. The endings, easily my favorite part. So my favorite ending, obviously, is, I'm pretty sure, the main ending. Where basically, you and Glamrock Freddy, you're sitting on this really nice hill. The visuals are so beautiful, and it's really nice. There was some theories that this ending couldn't happen because Glamrock Freddy couldn't get charged, and you get this ending when you go down into the glitch trap area, and the elevator only has one way. I like to believe that this is the main ending just because of how nice it is, how nice it looks, and I really do love it, how it's such a happy ending. Another one of the happy endings is when you save Vanessa, so she's unpossessed from glitch trap, and you still have Glamrock Freddy, but it's only his head, that's all you can save, and then you guys are all sitting on the hill. It's really nice. There's some really bad endings that shows that Gregory is actually homeless, and he's sleeping in a box, and Vanessa does find him on like this in an alley and kills him. There are some other okay endings where Glamrock Freddy just dies and you escape in a van one time. So some decent endings. There's definitely a lot of endings. I'm pretty sure this is the most endings in any FNAF game, but that's really cool. Now, my opinion of the story, it was a good story, but it was very confusing. I was confused of what I had to do a lot of times. I was confused on the story a lot of times, and honestly, the game doesn't feel like it's finished, and again, I'll talk about that later, but I was confused a lot of times on what was happening, and where was Fanny, because she was barely in the game at all. Some things, I had no idea what I was doing, and I was lost, and I had to look up tutorials, because the place was so huge, and the map was very useless, and the missions, when it would tell you what you have to do, very vague, so it wasn't too helpful. But again, the story, it is a very nice story, and I did really enjoy it, especially compared to stories from the other FNAF games, and where the story was amazing, it really did lack in lore, at least in my opinion. This game was meant to answer a lot of questions, and that's what everyone was hoping, and this game answered maybe one question, maybe 0 questions. This game had very little lore at all in it, and the lore that it did have, I have to be 100% honest, the lore sucked balls. I was really expecting some crazy cool lore for a full, like, AAA FNAF game, and there was none. There was nothing. Disappointing. I definitely did not enjoy the lore aspect of it. It was very bland and missing out on a lot of things it should have. And now, my opinion on all the characters, and just all the characters in general. Glamrock Freddy, 10 out of 10 character for the very first, besides like Rockstar Foxy and Ultimate Custom Night, but for the very first fully helpful character in 5 Nights at Freddy's, he is amazing. He is almost too helpful because people are getting creepily weirded, like think he's hot on TikTok and stuff. Don't do that. That's weird, please. He's a amazing helpful character. I really do enjoy it, and I really like to imagine endings where him and Gregory, they just go off and do their own thing together, and they're just happy, like, yay, they're happy together. I really like that. He is a great helpful character. One character that was really lacking in personality, in my opinion, was Chica. You see her throughout the entire time in the game, and her only personality is num num eat garbage. Very they could have done a lot more with her, because I feel like she would have a lot better personality, and she was the only other original character who isn't there. Only her and Glamrock Freddy. Bonnie isn't there, and I will talk about that later again. But Chica, her personality is very all she does is eat garbage. Her personality is, it's okay, I guess. For seeing her throughout the entire game, I feel like she should have a more in-depth personality. Roxanne Wolf, her personality is amazing. She is self-conscious about herself, but always thinking she's the best. It's a great personality, especially for an animatronic. I guess animatronics have feelings or emotions now, but it's really good to hear her constantly battle with herself. You even hear it in the very beginning of the game where she compliments herself in the mirror, and she's always downing herself. It's really good. Monty, we barely see Monty in the game again, which is kind of disappointing. You see him a little bit. His personality is, he's like a drunken dad or whatever. He's big, angry, I break things, I'm a gator, That's all he does. He doesn't attack you too much. When he is there, it's very difficult, especially in Monty's Gator Golf. He is a very aggressive animatronic. So those are sort of the main animatronics. They're pretty good. They're way more fully fledged out than any single other character in all the FNAF games. So it's very confusing if she is or isn't Fanny, so that's a whole other thing just because of one of the endings. Now, sort of my favorite characters were a lot of the one-off characters. I love the little Pats, Caution Bots. They were very cute. I loved and hated the security bots. They looked really cool. They were really cute, especially the cleaning and map bot. I love them. Map bot genuinely scared me so many times. The security bots, there were a lot of them, and they definitely annoyed me, but I just loved their simple design. And the nightmare map bots, how they just look like Nightmare on. They looked so good, and easily, probably my favorite sort of characters in the game is tied between the sun, the moon, and Music Man! The sun and the moon, their personalities were perfect. They had amazing personalities, and I loved them. The sun has such a funny, funky, bright personality. It was so good while still being pretty creepy. The moon's personality, his was interesting, but besides that, the personalities of both of them were great. I loved them. They're probably my favorite characters in the game. Also tied along with Music Man. Music Man surprisingly had a huge role in this game. There's always these tiny little, like, broken Music Man, like, wind-up toys that they tried to make a little bit of lore with, but not really. He would chase you throughout the events, and honestly, these were very scary. The first cutscene with that Music Man terrified me, but in a good way. I loved him so much. He just looked so cool. He was honestly a great character. I really loved him. Giant Music Man as he crawled through this whole sort of spider-themed area, and he had all these holes he would constantly be crawling through, trying to grab you with his big old grabby hands, and running through the arcade as he would smack the arcade machines. It was absolutely crazy. I loved him so much. He was such a good character. And for sort of the secret character, spoiler for these characters, skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to be fully spoiled, but Afton and this sort of amalgamation Molten Freddy, very interesting characters. I had no idea these would come, and I realized this was the tentacle from the very first Freddy and Friends teaser trailer. So this giant amalgamation Freddy, I'm pretty sure this is Molten Freddy, pretty sure, because in this place, it takes place underground in the FNAF 6 location. And I realized, that's why Music Man is here, because the Pizzaplex takes place above the FNAF 6 location. And that was just genius in my opinion, seeing the whole Rockstar stage. And my biggest disappointment with this entire game, it takes place in the FNAF 6 location, right? It has Music Man, another one of the crazy, wacky one-off characters. It has a bunch of arcade machines with tons of references to characters, even references to the Joy of Creation characters, which was crazy to see. References to the Twisted Ones characters, references to so many things, references to even Nightmare on, which I'm pretty sure he's canon now because he's on one of those arcade machines. All this even taking place above the FNAF 6 location. And you know who isn't in the game once? Candy Cadet. Where is he? Where is he? I need him. I was so disappointed. I spent the entire game. I looked at every single arcade machine for Candy Cadet, and he is not there once. I looked everywhere. No Easter egg, no reference, no nothing. I want him. I need him. I was so hoping there would be a Candy Cadet reference in this game, and sadly there isn't. There's nothing for Candy Cadet, which was very disappointing. But honestly, all the references on the arcade machines were amazing. I did love them. They were very nice references. All the characters in this game were great. Afton, as a character, he was there a little bit. I'm pretty sure he's meant to be Scrap Trap, I think. His cutscene, he looks so cool, and especially when he gets swooped up by the giant Molten Freddy. The Molten Freddy does have Elizabeth on it, the circus baby on it, has Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy, maybe Freddy even too. So definitely something to theorize about. I'm not going to theorize about it because it's probably going to be wrong. But he was a very cool animatronic in the secret underground trash area, and I honestly love that. Now for my positives of the game, I have a lot of them. One that's completely got me back interested into the FNAF. Many of the stories were great. Many of the characters were great. The character designs, so many things were designed so well. But the game was lacking in a lot. I do have positives, which I have mentioned throughout the video, but I have a lot of negatives. First of all, a lot of the places were very disappointing, such as places as Monty's Gator Golf or Bonnie Bowl. I thought there would be some sort of minigame where you could golf a few holes or try and bowl a strike. Maybe you get a free present or a prize, because they even had special things like that in FNAF VR, and Steel Wool made both these games, so I thought they would have something like that. and they had nothing. The only time that something was playable was the phaser blast, and that place was very disappointing in my opinion. Many of the places, one thing that I really was not a fan of the save checkpoints. There was many times I beat very hard stages that took me hours to beat, only for me to die right before I got a checkpoint, or some stages like the endos when I had to turn around to get the checkpoint. I physically could not get it because they would kill me otherwise if I got it. The game feels very unfinished. There's a lot of glitches and bugs and exploits, things people are noticing. That's very disappointing. The game took nearly 3 years to come out, way longer than any other FNAF game, and while it is extremely impressive, it's also very disappointing. The game, there's so much where it's lacking. It feels very empty, very unfinished, and that's really disappointing. And many FNAF fans, we've waited so long, I would be fine waiting another year for it. I honestly would be, if it meant the game would be perfect. Now they said they're gonna fix it, they're gonna add DLC, they're constantly fixing bugs. That's great, and I can't wait for them to fix it. But the game is extremely unfinished, and it honestly feels like a demo beta version, and for paying $40 for it, especially compared to the other Five Nights at Freddy's games, especially how amazing FNAF VR was. FNAF VR, one of the best FNAF games of all time. It was very lackluster, I would say, just very disappointing in my opinion. But the future of Five Nights at Freddy's. So Dawko has talked about this, and the future, in my opinion, especially after this game, just how good it looks after Scott Cawthon sadly leaving, which I still hope he comes back. I still hope he unretires, something like that. He did not deserve what happened, but that's besides the point. The future of Five Nights at Freddy's, in my opinion, I don't know who Scott Cawthon left it to, and I hope we find out. It's very hopeful. I think the games are very helpful. From what we've seen so far from this game, the story, people love this game. There's so many amazing characters. For the flaws that it has, it makes up for it in the actual game. It's a great game, and it's honestly when people complain about it, it's understandable, but the game, yeah, I think there's a very positive outlook for Five Nights at Freddy's. Not too hopeful for the movie, but for other games and DLC for this game especially. Very excited for it. The lore, not so hopeful about that, but the actual how fun the games are, definitely looking forward to playing this hopefully in VR. I would love to play this game in VR. It would be so much fun playing it in VR, just like FNAF VR. I'm very hopeful for the future of the games, not FNAF AR. That game sucks. We don't talk about that. But the future of Five Nights at Freddy's, I definitely think looks positive. So if I did miss anything in this review or anything you guys think about, please let me know down in the comments below. But please, wait, stop. Don't leave. Video's not over. Wait, stop. Please go at least just give it a chance. Watch one video, even a little bit of it, on my new channel. I've been working on this channel for months now, as you can tell why I haven't uploaded. I've been working so hard with my editor, Big Man. I genuinely think these videos are funny, good. At least watch them. Please just give them a chance. It will honestly mean the world to me. Just watch these videos. I have put so much work into these videos. Don't worry. Do not worry. Whoop. Warning, I'm not stopping making FNAF. I will try, if my other channel does good, I will try to still upload weekly content to this channel. Don't worry, and it will be higher edited quality like this, but that's why only about one upload a week. But yeah, please subscribe to the new channel. At least give it a chance or something. It would mean the world to me. We worked so hard on this new channel. It would honestly help me so much. But yeah, that's it for this video. Please go at least check it out. You don't even have to subscribe, but it would mean so much to me. And yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy. Please subscribe to this channel and the other one. If you guys did enjoy, let me know. I will be trying to do weekly uploads just about things that come out, other things, maybe the FNAF YouTubes, because they bought all those. They're super cool. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you all later. Good